All right. Hey, Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bahashem,
Bahashem,
Yahweh
Yahweh Shai,
Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and as well as the men that taught them, and peace and blessings to all you Akim out there who pushing his word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believe in the gospel. And it's a couple of brothers from Great Millstone, Houston. Brother Korah Abad,
Yakanan,
and we got the beloved brother Ozma Watt from the Great Millstone Dallas Camp.
Shalom.
Kind of, brothers was together this weekend. The Lord blessed us with the opportunity to kind of get out here in Houston. We kind of just want to post up right there. Share. And the Lord bless us, to get out again. Usually, as our custom is, brothers are kind of going to the wilderness, get a cabin. Every year, just break bread, fellowship, spend time together. Vibe with each other. Which Yahweh did that often with his disciples. He'll pull them to the side, and have talks with them. Reaffirm their spirit. So that's what I was like this for. And we don't got too much of a topic. We just gonna kind of flow in the spirit. But again, as we were saying, times like this, you don't want it to end. We don't want to go back into the world. Like me and brother was saying, we got to go back into the matrix after this. But this is a glimpse of what the kingdom go be. This is a glimpse. If brothers want to get that, what is Psalms 133, dwelling together in unity. Like times like this, whether people believe it or not, we literally making memories for the world to come. Like when we get in the kingdom, we go look back on times that we spent together in Babylon the Great with each other. Remember we was doing this, bro? That's gonna be memories in the kingdom. We gonna be in new bodies with the Lord, ruling, and we gonna think back and have memories on time when we was in captivity in the old bodies. Spending time. And we was camping, bro. Yeah, so all this is now, but all this is beneficial now for the reassurance of each other's spirit, to comfort each other's spirit, but also we really making memories forever, bro. They say to death do us part of marriage. Even death ain't gonna do the relationship that we have with brothers and Yahweh Shai apart. What we have gonna literally roll over to the next world to come. And that's it, and y'all brothers got it. Think about this, bro. You have people in this world, they best friends. They best friends, they do everything together, but in the next world to come, they not gonna be best friends. They not gonna talk in the next world to come, but our friendships go roll over in the next world to come. We still gonna be friends. We still gonna know each other. You know what I'm saying? The people of the world, they gonna have to be born again and get new friends, and we gonna have the same friendship that we had from this world. That's come on, bro. Come on, bro. But you got it. Bro's got it.
God, I got that song. Psalms chapter 133. But one it says, a song of the degrees of David. It says, behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. That's the point, man. That's brotherhood is, highly important, man. What was that? First Peter, the second chapter, the Apostle Peter speaks about, honoring the brotherhood. Love the King. Like at the end of the day, man, because that's what we're being drawn back into, those first fruit spirits. Lord willing, we're part of that. Hebrews the 12th chapter speaks about how we're being gathered together unto the spiritual, Jerusalem, heavenly Zion. So this ain't no random gathering. This is all orchestrated through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Shah.
Is that you just quoted that Hebrews 12 about the
I'll get it for you.
Khan. You got something, bro?
Wow.
Khan. Let's get that, because that's actually what's happening. We not just coming into a organization, a brotherhood like a frat. It's way bigger than that. Again, what we do, the order that brothers coming under, the standard that we live is the seriousness. And when we're around each other, it gotta be like that, because we are in preparation to rule together in the next world. Like all this is preparation. The brotherhood, this is a sneak peek on what it's gonna be like in the kingdom. It's just in the kingdom we're gonna have a say so, actually.
Right.
What you got it though, bro?
Yep, this is Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 22. It says, but ye are come to Mount Zion.
Now, just to give it context, now Apostle Paul at this time, he was going into it saying, that's why he said, but you are coming to Mount Zion, because he started with when we came out of Egypt. All Israelites was at that mount. Everybody was at Mount Zion. Mount Sinai.
Yeah.
All Israelites was there, 2/3 and the elect. But he was saying, nah, everybody ain't coming to this gathering though, to this mountain. It's only the initiated, bro. The ones who chosen by the Lord can come to this gathering. You got it, bro.
God.
And whatever you got, you gonna chime in.
Hebrews 12:22 again says, "But ye are come unto Mount Zion, and unto the city of the living power,
Mm-hmm.
the heavenly Jerusalem, and to an innumerable company of angels,
Uh-huh.
to the general assembly and church of the firstborn."
Church of the firstborn. If we actually of the 144,000, we was of the firstborn. So when you think about it, yes, the Lord gathered his people together, but it start with who? The 144,000. That's the governing body, the foundation of Israel. The thing is, when the Lord gathered his people, he was going to gather those of the 144,000 first. So seeing we've been called and gathered together, look what we potentially could be a part of. The first spirits created, bro. So when brothers get together, you come into the camp, there ain't no light thing. That's not a light thing. Bro, that's a blessing. This is a blessing. So even when we do the work, we won't feel like I don't feel like doing a lesson a day. I don't feel like reading a day. Bro, do that. Because the Lord could call anybody else to be a part of this calling. This is a blessing, bro. Can you read that again?
Oh, yeah.
You got something?
Nah, that's some more on it. Hebrews 12:23. It says, "To the general assembly and church of the firstborn, which are written in heaven."
Mm.
And being written in heaven ultimately, time back into being predestinated before the world was even created, man. That's why Yahweh told the disciples, at Luke, the 10th chapter, I believe, the disciples are all excited, casting out devils, but Yahweh says, hey, rejoice not that you can cast out devils, but that your names are written in heaven. Meaning like that's the most important thing. Like you being a part of this number,
Mm-hmm.
But it says to the general assembly and church of the firstborn, which are written in heaven, and to power, the judge of all, and to the spirits of just men made perfect.
Boom. Just men made perfect. So once they gather, that's going to be just men, but they could be in a process of being made back into the perfection that they was created in. Because we all fell. We all had to come to the earth fall. It's just that we had to be called again back to who we are. Mufasa, I think, told Simba, remember who you are. I'm your father. Remember who you are. Right. That's what the Lord doing us. Remember who we are. You got to do, bro.
This is Revelation chapter 5 and verse 9. And they sung a new song saying, thou art worthy to take the book. And this is the elect, starting with the 144,000, giving praises to Yahushai. And thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. We've been scattered into every nation.
Mm-hmm.
And the book, the scriptures being sealed from us up until Yahushua being slain. Verse 10, this is the point, and has made us unto our power kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth.
Mm-hmm.
So we learning now, through being in the camp, through the order that's being set up, how to be rulers.
Yep.
And we're gonna be the rulers in the next world to come. But just we learning this now. We going through these how do you say what we're doing right now? Out on a trip together.
Yep. Outings, getaways.
Outings, yeah.
Yep.
Just learning this. This is all the stuff that really behind the scenes, like we don't really get to do too often. But we're gonna be able to do this more in the kingdom. But we're getting like a little taste of it.
Yep. That foretaste,
Mm-hmm.
the future glory to come.
Right.
It's like a taste test, an appetizer, a sample. It's not the whole entree, but you kind of the Lord is giving us a little shiver, just enough to give us that consolation to get the hell up out of there. It makes me think of what King David said in Psalms 34: "Taste and see that the Lord is good." Only the elect is even given the only the elect is ultimately going to taste. But it doesn't stop with that taste. Eventually, we're going to get that full entree, but that comes underneath the new covenant, which we're patiently waiting for, man.
Mm-hmm.
But this Isaiah 1:26, and I will restore thy judges as at the first, and thy counselors as at the beginning. Because you was talking about earlier, bro. How the Lord is raising up, those how we had to take a fall, but now He's raising up, the prior, kings and priests, the Alahayim, Genesis 1:1. Just took a process for us, to fall, and then the Lord opened up the grace period to build us back up. So it says, and I will restore thy judges as at the first, and thy counselors as at the beginning, Afterward, thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city.
Mm-hmm. Come. Matter of fact, is it something? Can you get that Wisdom of Solomon 6, bro? We could probably wind it down on this. You still have some on that?
Nah, that's it.
Come. That's what we were brought to. Like, it's way bigger than what, like, when you hear about Israelites, it's the stigma on us, just on the street corner screaming and hollering, and we just hate white people and we just mad and we don't get haircuts, right? It's way bigger than that. Like, the Lord got us here and we in training literally to rule the next world. People don't see what we see. People don't get that. Like, we are in training right now, growing, learning judgment, learning righteousness, good, evil. So when we rule the next world, this the training right now, bro. The brotherhood, balance, mercy, so on and so forth. The Lord ain't gonna just choose no random when He start His kingdom. He ain't gonna let people vote who you want to be your governor. No, He gonna have it chosen, and it's not gonna be a random person. The Lord choose one nigga over there, you know, right? Jake be having crazy, but the Lord choose him. He like, who, me? Oh, okay, what I supposed to do? No, the ones who get beamed up in that chariot, they gonna know why they in the chariot, and they gonna know what it is.
Yep.
Like, it ain't no fucking guessing, bro. They gonna know why they in the chariot. Ain't gonna have nobody when your house shot walking, you tap them. Hey, who that is?
Yeah.
We gonna know exactly who it is, why we there, and what's the purpose. What's the purpose? So when we get off the chariot, we gonna fully understand. We just came out of Babylon. We was practicing to get here. Let's rule. Let's rule. That's how we look at it, man. And you know what's crazy? Not crazy, but the Lord said, I'm going to save every man in his order. We see a order right now. You got the apostles, you got the bishops, you got the elders. Even now, you got heads of camps, you got officers in camps, you got the younger brothers. It's already kind of set in the spirit, bro. Each man already doing a part right now in a way that they're going to be working for the Lord in a governing body in the kingdom. It's just now we starting it in captivity. You got it, bro. Wisdom of Solomon, you get Wisdom of Solomon 6 and I think it's like 20.
Well, if I can add, that's Daniel 2:44. In the days of these kings, the Most High shall set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. So as these heathen nations, they're on top of us right now, but with this final captivity being underneath, this revised Roman Empire, Esau, Edom. Okay, even within this time frame, the Lord is setting up the kingdom. That's why He says the kingdom of heaven doesn't come within observation, but it's within you. And we're being gathered together by this word, man, and behind enemy lines, bro. That's the power of Yahweh Shemel Shah, man.
Man. Kanye, you got it, bro.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, and verse 20. Therefore, the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. If your delight be then in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom that ye may reign forevermore. So I'll read that one more time. It says, therefore, the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom.
It says the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. Yep, that's it. If it says, check this out. If your desire, can you read it again now?
Wisdom of Solomon.
Can you start at 18? Let's see what 18 say.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6 and verse 18.
Because it's going to the process before we be kings. What we gonna be doing before that or learning before that? You got it, bro.
I'll start at verse 17.
Wisdom
of Solomon 6 and verse 17. For the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline.
And that her is wisdom. And that's what we learning right now. Brothers, we actually coming here being cussed out, corrected, your feelings get hurt. Like last night, you're like, man, you mad at me? I'm like, nah, bro, you overthinking it, But right, we here because we learning discipline. If you gonna be a king and a ruler, that's the first thing, discipline. And that's what we learning. See, people think we just mad niggas screaming. It's bigger than that. You got it.
For the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love. And love is the keeping of her laws. And the giving heed unto her laws is the assurance of incorruption.
Right.
And incorruption maketh us near unto power.
Ultimately, living right. You know the way, do it. Live it. You got it.
Therefore, the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom.
Therefore, the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom.
If your delight be then in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom, that ye may reign forevermore.
If you want to rule, it says, if you think about, I want to be a king, I want to have slaves, I want to have women, it says honor wisdom. And that's what we learning here and getting here. Before we can rule, we have to be taught how to be kings. You know how the law is in our law. If a king will be a king, he gotta recite, pretty much go through the whole law. You have to be taught how to, be a king. You have to be groomed in a Esau, they groomed their next leaders. They not selected, they or elected, they however they said. But that's the same way the Lord have selected his people who gonna rule, and he grooming us right now. He grooming us. But can you keep reading now? Because it's gonna say that the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world. You got it. I think it's like 24.
Con, you want to read to 24?
You can just jump to it.
Con. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6 and verse 24. But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world.
Now, who's the wise? The 144,000. They the ones who got the wisdom. So in other words, the multitude of the 144,000 and those who understand what they're saying is the welfare of the world. What? So now see how big it is and how important it is what we're doing. People don't see it, but what we doing go benefit everybody. Creation. Us going on the highways and hedges, us, growing and coming together as a body, doing the Lord work, that's going to benefit literally all creation. Heathens, Israelites, animals, the air, water. The multitude of the wise, starting with the 144,000, is the welfare of the world, man. That's how big of a deal of this body that the Lord brought us to, man. If we are the 144,000, we was of the beginning, and we just being brought back to that. Think about it. I'm gonna say this, y'all brothers got it, but think about it. The 144,000 and Yahweh Shai all haven't been together since the beginning. Because we all had to start coming down to incarnations. A brother coming on earth, a brother still in the heavens, a brother die, a brother go down. We all haven't been together. We been gathered right now, and we all gonna not meet, but be together for the first time since the beginning, bro. Since the beginning. That's what we've been called to, but you got it, Doc.
Con.
Can I grab this quick?
You got it. Go ahead, bro.
It goes right into what you just saying, Salaki. Ephesians 1 and 10. That in the dispensation of the fullness of times, he might gather together in one all things in Yahweh Shai, both which are in heaven and which are on the earth, even in him. Just going right into what you was talking about, bro.
Man.
As scripture say, it was at Genesis 49, the gathering of the people shall be unto Judah. First and foremost, he's gathering who? Those first fruit spirits, man. Okay, which should make you think about Proverbs, the 8th chapter. My delight were with the sons of men. Like that's what we coming back to, man. And Yahweh shall pray for his elect, man. John the 17th chapter, that they all be one, even as he and the Father is one, man.
Yeah, that's cool. You got a little more on that one?
God. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6 and verse 24. But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world, and a wise king is the upholding of the people.
That's it, man. So the gathering, going to camp, we learning discipline, being around brothers, we learning charity, and ultimately we learning how to rule, man. So when it actually happened, it ain't gonna be nothing new to us. We've been practicing for it. When we, Lord willing, wear the number, get them crowns on our head, and it's actually be said that we the 144,000, we gonna be prepared for that moment, because our minds is on that right now. We're gonna be prepared for that moment. You got it, bro.
Ephesians 1 and 18. I'll start at verse 17. And you got it, bro. Ephesians 1 and 17. That the power of our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, the Father of glory, may give unto you the spirit of wisdom and revelation in the knowledge of him, the eyes of your understanding being enlightened, that you may know what is the hope of his calling, and what the riches of the glory of his inheritance in the saints.
That's right, bro.
Yep.
So we know now. We see the big picture. We see the end game, and we all the way with it with the Lord. We with it. Let's do it. The Lord, he gonna have those in his governing body of men who already got their mindset on ruling, bro. It ain't gonna be no random nigga in a chariot and be like, who, me? Me? Like, bro, whoever gets chose to rule, he gonna know I've been preparing for this moment, man.
If I can add, they ain't gonna be like that one Jake Elderman out the Zotbot did a video on Jake the other day. He was talking about how at the camps we talking about having slaves and see, no, niggas like that, they don't get it. They not a part of this thing, man. Okay, the Lord's elect men, they already in the mindset right now. Okay, they envisioning having slaves, man. Like that's a part of the hope of the calling. Your eyes being enlightened to that,
Yeah, man. But you guys, bro.
You good?
I'll read a couple off the comment board. And Shalom Tala Akim Akwath, who tuning in, y'all, Bashama Shabraka Thumb. I see, let's see. I'll read this one first. This is GMS. Man, come on. The Elder Ayashamath out there in Mississippi. This is GMS Kingdom Minded 144. So like I'm scrolling on my phone.
Yeah, I got it right.
You got it? The one when he said, now is the time of salvation, unless it passed. I seen it earlier. It probably passed. I seen one that said, now is the time of salvation. I don't know. Oh, you just pull one. You just read one. It's cool.
Okay, yeah, I just read one.
I thought I seen that one earlier.
I grabbed this. Hey, Shalom out, the brother GMS Chazadak Shalom. The brother put up 1 Corinthians 9, and I just get straight to the point. Verse 24, it says, know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that you may obtain. Right, we're just not running in vain.
Want to start walking? I just want to say, want to start walking?
Oh, yeah. We're just not, running aimlessly, like chickens with our heads cut off. No, we have a mark. We have something in sight, man.
Mm-hmm.
The kingdom of heaven, exactly what it entails. But verse 25, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible, because what's coming to us, hey, it's gonna be forever, man. So that should give us, the what's the word I'm looking for? The incentive, to run with, not just only haste but purpose. Because now we would know what we're running for.
Yep. You can take us out, bro.
Yeah. So, hey, Abaratazar, this is edifying unto the Lord's elect. The next time we want to give our praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachakwadash.
I want to give double honor to our beloved apostle, Elder Great Millstone, the Waffle of Babal, Shalom.
Shalom.